What? I thought that was the fucking phone number. It's the price. $209,000 for a pickup truck. What the fuck, you picking up gold? Are you telling me this guy's got $400,000 worth of money sitting right here? That's crazy.
I bought a pickup truck.
How much was the pickup truck?
Like $80,000. It was used, $80,000. My plan was also to put it on Turo, right? So other people can use it as well. And then
Heard about this scheme before.
And then I had friends that were like, no, let me just lease it from you. And then I've gotten over. And who pays for the truck?
I just bought the most unreliable Duramax, and this truck is looking absolutely terrible. Right here is my new to me 2011 LML Duramax. I only paid $3,000 for this truck, and it runs and drives. It's got a little damage here, spot here, also some right here, small scuff on the bed, high performance carbon, more damage here, and here, and here. Overall, this truck has seen some better days for sure. This thing starts without any issues. It even comes with a spare set of tires, which probably aren't going to last long. Under the hood, we have a mostly stock LML Duramax. These engines are super hit and miss. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. If you get one of the bad ones, you'll have CP4 issues, crank issues, cracked pistons, head gaskets, and a bunch of emission stuff if it's not deleted. There are a ton of aftermarket ways to make these LMLs pretty reliable, but on a stock truck like this, not a single one of those things has been done. I don't know why I really bought this truck. It was just kind of a deal I couldn't pass up. If I do part this out, it'll be pulled as a turnkey setup ready to drop in something else.
I was blown away at that. No injector knock, no ticking noises, no blow by. Coolant was fine. So we're gonna fire it up. I'm gonna do a little bit of revving on it, and then we're gonna drive to the gas station, fill up, and then drive another 100 miles, 150-ish miles. All right, so we're gonna fire it up here, like as cold as it gets, basically. Fires right up. That's something I do look for as well, is does it fire up? Is the high pressure pump okay? I have bought 4 Power Strokes and all of them have worked out quite well. It's kind of surprising that the 6.0 has lasted longer than the 7.3 and the 6.7 have. I'm gonna be making a big video about those 2 trucks. So first thing is sound. Does it sound good? Does it fire up okay? Is everything running fine? This 6.4 sounds healthy. It sounds good. It only has 178,000 miles on it. I don't hear an injector knock. I don't hear an up pipe leak. I don't hear any sort of leaks whatsoever whenever I'm driving it. But for a 6.4 Power Stroke with 178,000 miles, a 2008, this truck is pretty clean. What I'm gonna do now is we're gonna pop the oil cap here, make sure it doesn't blow off, make sure there's no blow by whatsoever. You will have some steam. It shouldn't be that much, which there's literally no blow by, guys.
I swore up and down I'd never buy another cabover again. And yet, here we are. So what's the moral of this story? I don't know, maybe stop swearing. Who is that guy? This was the cheapest cabover I could find on Marketplace. There's just one small problem. So let's see if I can remedy that in this video. Is that water? Yeah. All right, excuse me, Jim. See, I don't know how this works. In typical fashion, the cab jack is not working, and I don't want to spend all day repeating the same thing over and over and having a similar outcome.
That's
Ow!
Hurry up, it looks like the 70s out here.
Oh my God. I feel like a salted caramel.
It still.
To the OR! Take this to the operating table. Oh, okay. All right, you can hammer. Apparently it won't work with
What the devil is that?
mud. Cleaned up. Ah! Hand cranking like some kind of Philistine.
Sure. Managed.
This is full again. We had put a spring in there that was slightly too heavy. I can't blame you entirely because I allowed you to do it.
What is one thing I hate about this 2026 Ram 2500 Tradesman Power Wagon? I'd probably have to say this basic interior.
So this sucks. This is the F-150 I bought to review, to do towing with, for the business to use, for comparisons, and it just got hailed on about a couple weeks ago. So now it's got to go in the body shop. It's got about $13,000 worth of damages according to Progressive, but I'm sure it's got a little more than that. It's probably $17,000. And it's going to go in the body shop for I don't know how long, and it's going to get repaired, and hopefully it's going to be done By the time I tried to buy a new truck, I want to buy a new Silverado this year to use for a business. I use these things for comparisons, for long-term reviews, for as far as I can. I can't keep these things for 10 years. That's not going to work. Towing, for all sorts of stuff I do for the business, for the website, for these kind of videos, for long-form YouTube videos. I do a lot of stuff with these trucks. And now I'm sitting on this business asset that is undrivable. We had baseball-sized hail come through this area, and you can see from the footage I'm putting down below about how much damage this truck took from the baseball-sized hail. So I have an undrivable F-150 that I can't drive on a personal level as far as commuting or whatever I want to do. If I want to go play golf, I can't take that. I can't go to Walmart with this thing. I can't do anything with this truck. It's not drivable. I'm making insurance payments on it. I can't use it for business purposes, and I got some real questions as far as when it gets done being fixed, so I can trade it in for the next Silverado I want to buy from a business level. So in all aspects, this sucks. Luckily, we had no damage to the house, and luckily we didn't get hit by one of the 2 tornadoes that were in the area at the same time the storm came through. So yeah, I know first world problems, but man, what the hell? Just like, I got this business asset I'm sitting outside my house that I literally can't use, that I'm putting resources in as far as money, and now I just gotta look at it every time I drive away. If another vehicle I'm reviewing, I'm gonna drive by and go, yeah, that thing sucks, that I'm sitting here looking at every day, that I really can't do much with. Yeah, so I hope you guys watch this video like a billion times. Help me pay for all these payments I'm making on this thing that I can't use. So yeah, what do you think of this thing? I mean, this thing took a hell of a lot of damage from that hail. And again, it was like baseball-sized hail. I have never seen one of my long-term vehicles I bought for the channel take this much damage. I had a 23 Silverado got hailed on, but it did not take this much damage. This Ford just got hammered.
All right, Toyota, are we finally seeing cracks in that armor? Because 43,000 Tundras just got recalled because of debris inside the twin-turbo V6 engines that could cause catastrophic engine failure. Here's why that matters. People didn't buy Toyotas because they were flashy. People bought Toyotas because it was supposed to last forever. But now, twin turbos, more complicated engines, and crazy emission systems, well, maybe, just maybe, Toyota is running into the same problem everybody else is. And I'm not saying Toyota is bad. They still might be the most reliable brand overall, but are modern turbo engines finally leveling the playing field? Because you couldn't kill the old Toyota engines. So what do you think? Is Toyota still the king of reliability, or are these modern turbochargers becoming the same problem?
Back in the day, trucks were built for real work, not for fancy screens, useless tech, or price tags that feel like a second mortgage. They were loud, tough, simple machines that somehow always showed up ready for one more long day. And if you grew up around those old rigs, you know exactly what I mean. Today's trucks look sharp on the showroom floor, but they break easy, and nothing, and I mean nothing, hits like firing up a good old pickup that just refuses to die. So buckle up, we're taking a ride through the legends, the ones that earn their respect the hard way, mile after mile. If you're the kind of guy who misses when trucks were trucks and a handshake meant something, brother, you're in the right place. 11 on our list is the legendary 7.3 Power Stroke, the diesel that basically defined what a real truck engine should be back in the late 90s and early 2000s. This V8 lived under the hood of the Ford F-250 and F-350 Super Duty from 1999 through 2003, and it earned a reputation for being almost impossible to kill. Before all the complicated emissions gear and before electronics took over everything, this motor was simple, overbuilt, and ready to work every single day without complaining. Ranchers, construction crews, farmers, everybody trusted this thing to start in freezing winters, haul ridiculous loads, and stack up miles like it was nothing. You still see these trucks running strong with 400,000, 500,000, sometimes even more miles on the clock with original internals. Try finding a brand new diesel today that can promise that. Most of them struggle to make it to 150,000 before sensors, injectors, or emissions parts start acting up. But this old 7.3 just keeps keeps rolling like the world hasn't changed. Honestly, seeing one of these on the road today almost feels like spotting a dinosaur that refuses to go extinct. And that's exactly why people love them. And hey, before we jump to the next one, let me know in the comments if you've ever owned a 7.3 and how many miles you pushed out of it, because the stories from you guys are always incredible. 10 on our countdown is the legendary 5.9 12-valve Cummins, the engine that turned the old Dodge Ram into a cult classic among diesel lovers. Found in the Ram 2500 and 3500 from 1989 through 1998, this inline-six turbo diesel became famous for its mechanical injection, its iron block strength, and the kind of raw pulling power that made every other truck back then feel like it needed to hit the gym. What made this engine special was how beautifully simple it was. No fancy electronics, almost nothing to go wrong, and a design that basically said, I will run forever if you just give me oil and diesel. These old Rams were the trucks that farmers would use for decades, passing them down like family heirlooms. And even today, you can find these rigs hauling trailers, dragging equipment, and living a second or third life with 500,000 miles under their belt. The sound of the 12-valve chugging along is pure nostalgia, and it reminds people of a time when trucks weren't trying to be luxury cars. They were made for work, for reliability, and for lasting way longer than anything rolling out of dealerships today.
Don't ever get a fucking Chevy, man, or else you're gonna be in the shop every fucking week. For real. Don't ever get this shit.
I'm gonna tell you guys why these Toyota pickups are so expensive when you go to a vehicle auction. And it's not for the fact of the resale value and the fact that it's a Toyota. Now, what you'll see with something like this is a Toyota Tundra V8 short cab. No crazy bells or whistles or anything like that. But this would be a wonderful work truck for somebody. Somebody to get in here and really use this and utilize it for what it was made for, or even just a good daily driver. But the thing is, when you see what's going on with these, you'll see people bidding from the other side of the world, and they'll import these and they'll sell them for almost double or triple what it's worth. And the fact that labor is so expensive here in the States, they could just buy all the parts for this and all this front end damage over here, and then they can outsource all the labor costs to be much cheaper than it would be to do it over here. Basically, it's a win-win scenario for somebody that's in the importing and exporting business, even though this looks like a banged up old truck.
The 3 absolute worst trucks that you can own today. My name is Rick Dyer, and I am the king of cars. Let's exclude the obvious, like the Ford 6.0. We're going to exclude diesel engines, and we're going to focus on gas engine vehicles. Let's do this. Number 3, top 3 worst trucks to own. It goes to the Dodge Ram with a Hemi, or the Ram with a Hemi. Whatever they call themselves, it's Chrysler products with a Hemi. Dodge Ram 1500, 2500, you name it. If it has a Hemi, you need to stay away from it. And the crazy part is they know the problems with the Hemi. It's the valve seals. They will drop down and get into the pistons, and it will beat up the piston, and it will beat up the valves, and you will have a motor issue, a big motor issue. And you look at the vehicle and it's got a slight skip, and you think, oh, it just needs an ignition coil or a spark plug. It'll be good. No, it needs the motor redone. Stay away from the Hemi, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram vehicles, trucks. Number 2 belongs to the Ford. The Ford with the 5.4 liter V8. Timing problems, timing problems, timing problems. If you have a Ford truck with a 5.4 V8, sell it, get rid of it, or junk it. Or maybe you've already did that because you've realized that it's a piece of junk. So, number 2 goes to the Ford F-150 with the 5.4 liter V8. Number 1 of the worst truck that you can possibly buy. And guess what, folks? It goes to Ford once more. The Ford with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. Ask any Ford mechanic that will actually tell you the truth, and they will tell you they are done. They are done when you get over 100,000 miles. They're a ticking time bomb.
Damn, this truck is perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. You've been eyeing up that Power Stroke for quite some time now. You want to hop inside and run some numbers and see if you can take this thing home? Man, I would love to, except for the fact that I'm 18. I don't really have much credit. I just have one credit card. That's okay, we can work with that. You got a full-time job, something steady? I actually just joined the union. I work in construction, I'm a laborer. I actually just got my first paycheck. No more, Mr. Foreman. Why don't you come this way to my office? Boss man, we were able to get you approved on the 2024 F450 Plaid just like you asked. Price of the truck is $110,000. That is not going to change. You have the blue collar fee for $2,000. This is a fee that every blue collar worker gets when they come to buy a new vehicle. We also have the diesel fee for $1,000. Obviously, you're buying a diesel truck and the EPA doesn't like diesel trucks, so we're forced to add an additional fee of $1,000 to every diesel truck we sell. We have the first time fee for $1,000. This is for first time auto buyers like yourself. This just basically shows the bank that you're a trustworthy person that's going to make their payments on time. You're at 39.99% interest. Oh no, that's a good thing. That means that over 39% of the people that walk through the door at this dealership are interested in this truck. So you're actually lucky to be able to take this thing home today. The interest in the price of the truck, we got you at $1,800 a month for life. How does that sound? Bro, I didn't even think I was gonna get approved in the first place. Where do I sign?
And such weird dynamics with everyone. Is it not an odd thing that every single person you've had an interaction with in like a more close relationship, family and girlfriends, everything ends up in crash out blocks?
Yeah, it sucks pretty hard. Except my day one homies. Those guys are ride or die.
For now, you're 21.
Yeah, well, I've known them since 6th grade. They're cool.
You're 21 for now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Trust me, life comes.
I rock solo down here. They're all far away.
Exactly.
I rock solo here in San Antonio, and I gotta say, like, I'm in my best when I'm alone. Like, ever since the breakup, I've been doing a lot better.
You owe $13,730.15 on this. 8% interest rate, $386.36 minimum monthly payment.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't cheap.
No, it's not. But
for your income, that's certainly okay, but it's just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
So you looked at, okay, if I do this, I can sell. What's the number you're seeing?
So I think I can get about $8K for it once I finish this
after you already put in 8.
Yeah. And then I can't get a loan for the difference.
This is, again, if you listen to the show, if you listen to any of the other people, you would have known that, okay, maybe if you owed $13,000 on this and it costs 8 to sell for 8.
Well, that was like a year ago. Like
cut
15.
your loss. Because you got the truck already anyway.
Mm-hmm.
How much more do you have to put into it to bring it up to that?
To bring it to where I can sell it? Or wait,
8, yeah.
Okay, so it's
how much more money?
Oh, it's gonna be about $500.
Okay.
$300 for the paint, and then $200.
Do it and get rid of it.
Yeah, that's my current plan. I've been trying for a while, but I'm just now finally about to. I just got to pay it down some more before I can sell it.
$600. Okay, so it's your Ford.
Yeah, that's the truck.
And
yeah.
This is much more expensive.
Yeah, it is. And I got to be honest, this was a little bit, or a lot of it, of a what I want purchase. I've always wanted a Ford Ranger.
Why?
So you might be big and shit, but you ain't no fucking Ford fucking Ranger.
Well, when I was a kid, I grew up in East Texas, and so it's like everyone has trucks, and I just really like the Ford Rangers. They're sick. It's like a tiny truck. You get good gas mileage, but all the benefits of a truck.
Okay, well, you owe $33,723 on it. What do you think it's worth?
I think it's worth, I looked it up on Kelley Blue Book. I think it's worth about $28.
What? What are you getting? What did we do? We have $16,188.
Oh, y'all probably don't have all the packages, right?
Okay, so 20?
20?
Is that what you said you saw?
No, 28.
28? Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it's the Ford XLT.
The packages brought it up that much, over like 12,000.
It's the XLT with a tunnel cover, with a
No, we did your
lift.
VIN. We would have it.
Oh.
We did his VIN, right? Oh, you didn't send a VIN. We always
did. That's my fault. But yeah, I looked it up and it was about 28, but this I want to keep. And
that's fine. I mean, with your income situation, if it was just this, we can deal with it.
Yeah, so that's
but you got
plan.
the old Jeep that you put more money into than you'll ever get back. And we have credit cards galore that we're about to go into.
Well, the credit cards.
So if it was just this, I would agree. For your income, it's fine.
Yeah. The reason I'm not worried about the truck is I'm going to get rid of the Jeep pretty soon. I just got to pay it down. And then the credit cards are what my main focus is right now.
This is the worst vehicle. Guys, this is how you start the fucking thing. There's a switch.
A light switch?
Yeah, that's how you turn it off. Holy shit. The brakes don't work, bro. I think I broke my back.
I broke my back.
It's a Confederate flag. The South will rise again. Holy shit. I don't think it has suspension. I mean, these prices are just crazy. And oh, look, a 6.2. The engine might just blow up before you leave the lot. Oh, yeah, and if you want to, it's only going to cost you a measly 85 grand. How cheap, how inexpensive is that? Don't let the dealer tell you that they're moving inventory fast, because let me tell you, they're not moving anything fast. Sat here since March. That red one's been there since November. And then the Hummer EV that's over there sat there since December. And it's because the prices are just crazy. So there's a stop sale, so you can't even buy this if you want to right now. Oh, and something else I found out today. They could put the keyless entry buttons on the back doors, but they just tell you they can't now. Which I hate, because you know how convenient it is having this on the back? Like if you have a kid, all you have to do is put this in, put the kid in the back, and get in the car instead of having to front, back, and all that kind of stuff. But it's just crazy. Look at all these cars. Both dealerships are filled to the gills with cars. Oh, I found a base model. This one must just be super cheap then, because it doesn't have anything.